to three your lessons
Oh,
for
okay.
today. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, I was going to ask you in the last class, but I didn't get a chance. Your driving test is tomorrow, right?
Yes.
On
Yes.
Sunday. Okay.
Yes, tomorrow. I
So,
will. I'm going to have one French lesson and then two English lessons, and
uh-huh.
then I'm going to pass my driving test.
Oh,
Yes,
awesome.
I believe that everything will be fine.
Uh-huh. I think you'll do fine as well. Is this a theoretical part of the test?
Yes,
Okay. All right.
exactly.
Okay. Hello, Javier. How are you today?
Yeah, I'm really fine. And you?
Hi, Raul. How are you?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you, and you still have your moon in your hand. Have you seen this, Alina? He's
Yes.
holding.
No, I just wanted to write to Raul that that's an interesting picture.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's holding the moon in his hand. So it's great. Javier, are you there? Can
Yes,
you speak?
hello, Holly, hello everyone.
Hi. Remind me,
Hello.
Javier, are you from Spain or where are you from?
Yeah, yes, right, I'm from Spain. Yes.
Okay.
Can you
And
hear me
Raul,
right now?
yeah, Raul, we can hear you.
Yeah,
Raul,
okay.
um,
Thank you.
and you're from Spain as well, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I just love that moon thing. And then the background of the picture. Is this
Yeah.
photoshopped at all, or is it? Did you?
Yes, it's part of Photoshop. It's
Okay.
me, but the moon is obviously I can catch it.
Yeah. Okay. So it's not really something you're holding. It's a Photoshop thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. That helps a lot. So, and what is this, Javier? What is this?
Well, this is I made it also with another program,
Uh-huh.
but in fact it's a scanner of engraving who was made in the ancient tribes of in there on the stones, very primitive
Oh,
um, yes drawings and the north of Spain, and nobody knows really what is the meaning. But I think this is nice.
okay. So nobody knows the meaning at all. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. And of course, I need to show you, of course, my picture. This is my doggy. So
Yeah, beautiful dog.
yeah, this was
Nice.
taken when I think it was in possibly 2007 or 2008. So and he was about 4 or 5 years old, and I was younger too. So and that's in Finland. So this Elena, this is weren't you at a company party?
Yes, yes, it was a river trip. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, I just love to look at what the pictures everybody chooses. It's great. So anyway, so today the topic that we're going to discuss are the things that annoy you. And it's kind of a fun topic, and I hope it's a fun topic. I have always found it kind of fun. Um, but let's just go ahead and start. And this class is the learning goals on this is fluency. So you guys can just speak and develop your fluency. There might be some vocabulary words, and then there will be some idioms that you will learn in this lesson. So, okay. So the first thing, how can these people be annoying? So, talk to me. How can these people be annoying? So Raul, what about
Yes.
this kid right here?
The boy who is broken the paper.
Uh, yeah,
Oh,
let's
the oh,
let's let's start with the young man who's doing the paper.
yes, but I don't know really. Maybe he's trying to learn a lesson. He's not able to to learn the lesson as he's broken his nose.
Uh-huh.
He's angry because he's not able to learn the lesson. And he feels really upset. I
Uh-huh.
don't know, or maybe I don't know really, because he's eating the paper. Maybe he's
Mhm.
hungry. He has hungry or starving. I don't know
Uh-huh.
really.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course, we don't know what's actually happening in these pictures, so we can make it up. So, yeah, I like the idea that he's frustrated with a lesson, maybe a language lesson or chemistry or something like that, philosophy, and very
Yeah.
frustrated and very annoyed at the teacher or the tests or the work and things like that. Okay, down here, Javier, what do you think's going on with this?
Well, really, in this picture, I can see properly if the image is maybe there is a plate with some food, I suppose, or maybe it's a toy,
Mm-hmm.
perhaps. Um, well, probably there is a fight between two brothers. I think, I guess, and they are fighting because they want to. It is very common between brothers, for example,
Uh-huh.
and fight every day for everything.
Uh-huh.
One of his favorite sports.
Uh-huh. Yes, and it's actually between siblings. Because this is a girl right here. This is a girl, and this is a boy, so it would be between siblings instead of brothers. But yeah, in fact, when I made this slide, I typed in a picture siblings fighting. So, you
Yeah.
know, because of course I'm not sure who's annoyed, the older one or the younger one, but both are annoyed. Okay, so this one, what's going on here? Elena, what do you think?
Mm, this is a classroom
Mm-hmm.
in the school,
Mm-hmm.
and there is a boy, um, and the cause of his annoying in um, maybe he um, doesn't want to study anymore, and he's tired, and he decided to shout.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so
Uh,
he's
yeah, and he wanted to declare um, his decision to stop
mm-hmm.
to stop the study for today.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, yeah, and he's very frustrated and very annoyed with something. So maybe the
Yeah.
photographer. Okay, how about the baby? Does anybody have an idea? Now, is this baby annoying? It's a
No, it's really
cute little
happy.
baby, little happy little baby. Is there any way that this baby could be annoying?
No,
No, not at all.
no, not at all. He's smiling.
Yeah.
He's smiling. I think he have his toy. He's really happy about that, and it's always a smile, and he's happy because he feels maybe wanted by her parents, by his
Mm-hmm.
parents, and I don't know. I think he's really happy. It's only a baby. He have only to sleep, only to feed up, and
Mm-hmm.
and maybe smile a lot. I
Uh-huh.
enjoy their
Uh-huh.
her
Okay.
interest maybe.
Okay. So is there a way he could be annoying when he's not happy?
Yes. The baby is really annoying when he's not happy.
Yeah. Exactly. So and now, Javier and Raul, are either one of you parents?
No, I not parent. I not
No?
father. No.
No? Okay, so none of us are parents, so we're
Yeah,
just kind of guessing.
No,
Javier,
Javier, yes.
yeah,
Javier,
yes,
are you?
yeah, yes. In my case, I have two children. Yes.
Okay, so when they're babies,
Congratulations, Javier.
so when they're babies this size, can they be annoying sometimes?
Really, yes, but it's no reason. So they are like machines. They start to cry,
Uh-huh.
and they seems to have a engine inside. Then
Uh-huh.
don't stop, then suddenly sleep. There is a.
Uh-huh.
I think that is a way to burn energy, something like
Uh-huh.
that.
Okay, that's funny. That's funny. I know that my sister is a foster parent. She has a 1-year-old little boy right now, and she said, "Oh man, I hate this age because they're moving so much that it's." She said that it's so hard to get them changed at 1 years old because they're just wanting to move so much. I'm like thankful I don't have to help her, so because I would get annoyed. Oh, okay, now let's what we're going to do on this slide is we're going to brainstorm. So I'd like you guys to tell me um, what are things that annoy you, and we're just gonna make a list of all the things that annoy you. Okay, so just start shouting out things that annoy you.
Hypocrisy.
What did you say?
Hypocrisy.
Hypocrisy.
Yes.
Yes. Hypocrisy. Okay. Anything else?
Yes, but
Loud noise. I'm
Loud
sorry.
noise. A loud
Yeah.
noise. Okay, don't go to Asia. There's a lot of noise pollution in Asia.
No, I was in Thailand.
Oh, really? And it wasn't?
Yeah, twice. And yeah, everything was fine. You can't imagine the noise of our metro
Uh-huh.
in Moscow.
Is it noisy in
We
there?
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes it's impossible to hear each other when
Uh-huh.
you are in the train.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, Raul,
Yes.
what's something that annoys you?
Hypocrisy, I said
Oh,
in the
okay.
first time. But if you want, I can start with people who goes with me at cinema and sleep in the cinema. I can start.
Sleepers.
Yes.
So maybe we can say this, public sleepers.
Yes.
But if it's boring,
They're really boring.
yeah.
For
Okay.
example, I go with a friend or stay in my home watching
Uh-huh.
a film. We are alone.
Uh-huh.
He and me, he start to sleep. I pause the movie and, and quit the film.
Uh-huh.
No,
I
I can't stand. I don't know. I like that the people who is watching the television with me or a movie with me
uh-huh.
enjoy the film. I don't know.
Mhm. Okay. I need to tell you a story about that. My father was a public sleeper. He would go to sleep anywhere, and he would start out like this. He would be like this, and especially at church, he would go like this, and then all of a sudden he would fall asleep. Okay, so one time I was 14, and my twin sister, of course, was 14, and we were on both sides of him. Okay, so I would turn to her and I would go one this is during church, and then at 3 we would both go like this to him, and so he'd be like this, and then he'd go, then he would wake up, and we did that probably about every 10 minutes the entire church service. And he'd fall asleep, and then we would wake him up, and then he'd fall asleep, and we'd wake him up. And at the end of church, he looked at me and he said, um, remind me to never sit in between you two ever again. I can't get any sleep. So it was really fun. It's like, Dad, are you really supposed to be sleeping at church? But it was funny because we told that story at his funeral, and the pastor of that church was there, and he turned to somebody. He went, "I was preaching." So he's like, ah. But anyway, it was funny. So Javier, how about you? What are things that annoy you?
Well, in reference to this, the same similar maybe to Raul. For example, when I go to the cinema, I don't like people near behind besides me eating popcorns, or well, still popcorns is enough, but some people carry any stray with hot dog, drinks and all
Uh-huh.
kind of noises, and I can I don't I it's annoyed me.
Okay, so
Um,
food in the cinema.
yeah. Yes, because
Okay.
I remember in the past when I was there was forbidden, so there was a pause between in the film, and you can go out in
Uh-huh.
the entrance of the cinema, in the ambigu, I don't know really the name, and you can drink or something like that. But now is the only way is that everybody has to take a kilogram of popcorn or something like,
Uh-huh.
and then stop.
Yeah,
And the other thing
interesting.
that yeah, and the other thing that it's annoyed me is, for example, people who say lies, the liars.
Yeah.
People who lie. People, yeah. That's one who, uh, yeah, people who just don't understand that telling the truth is probably a good thing for them to do. So, okay, so people who lie. Elena, can you think of something else that's annoying to you?
Oh, I'm I'm an eco person, and pollution
Okay,
annoys me very much.
okay. So pollution, okay. All right.
Pollution, yeah, and cut and traffics,
Okay, traffic jams or just traffic?
yeah, traffic jam.
Okay. Don't go to Seattle. And if you do, just don't travel during rush hour because Seattle grew too fast and they didn't get the infrastructure ready. So,
Mm.
so one time I was a public. So, Elena, what did you fall asleep on at the theater?
Yeah, it was one crazy moment for me
Uh-huh.
because mm, I was with my friend. She's from Canada,
Uh-huh.
and she visited me in Russia. We are really close friend from our childhood, and
Mhm.
every time we try to meet each other in different countries, it doesn't matter. And one day she visited me in Russia, and we decided to visit St. Petersburg,
Uh-huh.
and we had a really cultural program
Uh-huh.
uh, for our trip, and there were two theaters or three theaters, and in one of them, the there was too boring,
Mhm.
and
Okay.
I couldn't not to sleep. It was
Uh-huh.
when she realized that I was sleeping, she
Uh-huh.
was really crazy, and she was laughing during the I don't know how many days
Uh-huh.
during the rest days,
Okay.
and he often told me, "Oh, you slept in the theater.
Okay.
Oh, you slept in the theater." Yeah, that was only once, but
Uh-huh.
I will remember it
Uh-huh.
because that's really pity that I could sleep in the theater, because I
Uh-huh.
believe that it's okay for cinema, because cinema is just a cinema, but the theater, when uh, when the actors are playing for you and for me, and I was sleeping,
Uh-huh.
that was something wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was what I can do. It
Yeah.
was.
So she was making fun of you, or
Yes.
another thing you can say about this when you tell the story again in English, you can say she will never let me live it down. So
Hmm.
probably she will mention it to you in 20 years. Do you remember when you fell asleep?
Oh, yeah.
at the theater. I am actually also I admit I fell asleep in Stratford at a Shakespeare theater, and of course my excuse was that I was jet lagging, and so I fell asleep there, and I also fell asleep um, have you guys ever been to the Oberammergau Passion Play in
No,
Germany?
No.
No,
no.
it's a passion play that they put on every 10 years, and they've done it since the plague, I guess. And so we went to that, and it was a full day passion play, and basically about the Bible, and it was
Oh,
all in German. And of course, I didn't know German, and so it was really easy for me to fall asleep. So it felt like music. So I was young. But those, so I have to admit I've done that too. So sorry about that, Raul. I hope you
don't
forgive me.
worry. Yeah, I forgive you.
Yeah. Then of course the best place to go to sleep is class. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, okay, traffic jams. Let's go on. So these are the top things that annoy you guys. For me, I think on this, the people who lie is a big one for me. I just can't understand why people just can't be honest. But I'm honest to a fault, so that's also probably not good either. Okay, so the next slide is some idioms. So, do you guys know what these mean? So, do you guys know if to be up in arms? Any idea what that means?
Maybe to hold something or to be safe in the arms of someone. I don't know really.
Okay, let me. If you are up in arms about something, you are very angry.
Oh, no.
So
Okay.
the population was up in arms over the demolition of the old theater. Do you guys know what demolition? Demolition
Yes.
is
Yes.
Yes.
It's like a deconstruction. Yeah.
yeah, where they can tear it apart. Okay. Okay. Next one, bite your head off. What does it mean? Anybody know what it means if somebody bites your head off? He bit my head off.
When told a lot of about something, if you don't pay attention or is boring the issue, I'm not sure. Maybe it's that.
No.
Oh,
No.
maybe something when something's happened that you can that disturb your head.
It has more to do with being annoying. So if you bite someone's head off, you're criticizing them unfairly, but it's because you're annoyed. So let me give you this example. So if you bite someone's head off, you criticize them strongly, and for example, I worked 10 hours a day all week, and my boss bit my head off for not doing my share of the work. So that is one example. Okay, to blow a fuse. Anybody know what that means? And these all have to do with anger or being annoyed or anything like that.
Holly,
Yes?
I'm sorry. Do you share your screen with us or not? Or just only me? I can see
You can't see the screen?
No.
What are you
I
seeing?
just can see your photo with the dog.
Really?
Yes.
Guys, are you seeing the screen?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I
yes,
understand.
yeah, yes.
Yes.
I see the screen
What
with
is it?
Huh.
Yes. We.
Yes.
Well, how
That's
I can change it? That's okay now. That's better.
okay. Now you see
Okay.
it. Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Because I think it would help a little for you guys for you to see this, because otherwise it's like it's total listening practice. So
Yeah. Thank you.
yeah, you're welcome. Okay. So next one, to blow a fuse. And to blow a fuse and blow a gasket and blow your top actually are all very, very similar. Any idea what it would be?
Hmm.
So if you blow a fuse, you get very, very angry. Blow your top and blow your gasket, all the same. Okay, so let me quickly give you an example. So if you blow a fuse, you suddenly lose your temper and become very angry. Charlie blew a fuse yesterday when it should be when he discovered that his iPad had been stolen. So blow a gasket and blow a top are the same way, use the exact same. Okay. So I'm not going to give you guys the examples for this because it's pretty much the same. Okay. Blow your top or to blow a gasket and to blow a fuse.
What does it mean, gasket?
Gasket is in a car.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the machines in the car. I'm not sure. It's something in the car.
Okay. Okay. I will see it in the dictionary. Don't worry.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah. I wouldn't even know what it looks like. I just know that it's in a car. So have a bone to pick with you. So Javier, if I have a bone to pick with you, what do I have? What do you think that would be? Any idea?
Really, I don't know.
That you don't know? Anybody know? Any idea?
No.
Okay, so
Bone to pick. Oh.
I have.
Mm-hmm. No.
I have something to do it, maybe.
So what it is if you have a bone to pick with someone, you are annoyed with them and want to talk to them about it. Mark wants to see the boss. He says he's got a bone to pick with him. That's scary. So if you're upset with somebody and need to talk to them, you can say, I have a bone to pick with you. So cheesed off. It is also the same. If someone is cheesed off with something, they are annoyed, bored, or frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
See, let's get this on the board.
And have a bone to pick. It connected with to speak. Yeah, to be annoyed and to speak.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So if you have it's basically
and want to speak. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to speak. Okay.
Yeah. So if somebody's cheesed off, you're just you really need to see you're cheesed off with someone, you're annoyed, bored, or frustrated, and so if you're cheesed off with your job, that means you really hate your job. So these are just a few idioms having to do with annoyance, and there are a lot more. So, and when I looked at it, I went, there's like 30 here. I think I'll choose 6. So, okay. Next on the docket for this lesson is a fluency practice. So what I'd like you guys to do is ask and answer questions and try to keep a conversation going. So remember, if you ask somebody a question, you give them the answer. You maybe after you answer the question, then you turn to them and say, "And what about you? And how about you? What do you think about that?" Okay? So try to keep the conversation going, and we'll use these questions as a springboard for a free conversation if we can. Okay. So let's start with ladies first. So
Okay.
okay.
With
So
pleasure.
Elena. So what I'd like you to do is choose a question and ask one of the guys, and then hopefully they will turn and ask you the same question, and then you guys, as a group, all three of you, try to go through and answer all of these questions. Okay.
Mhm. Okay, that's interesting that when I saw the topic of this lesson, I believe that there is no one thing which could and which could be annoying for me, but now I should realize I have realized that there are a lot of things. And I have a question to Raul.
Yeah.
If something is annoying you, what do you usually do? For me, I try to not. For example, if we speak about a person, but if something, okay, if somebody is annoying for me, I try to avoid the meeting with him, any meetings with him, and if I should connect with him, I try to be really polite and give him and not to give to him any chance to annoy me.
Okay. So not to give him any ammunition is another way to say that.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
If we speak about something that's
What I usually do, and it's really annoying for me. Okay, it's a good question right now, but
okay. Let's continue, Raul, and then Javier. Okay.
okay. For me, maybe what kind of job I have, it's really annoying for me to be hypocrite about my work because the people who usually can go to my firm is people who try to deceive you because I work for the social welfare, and I have to be really polite with them, even when I know that the people try to deceive me to get a wage for the government and try to live in a way, try to say that they have, for example, a disabled that they really don't have. And I have to deal with it, and I feel really upset a lot of times because I am not hypocrite. Hypocrite?
Hypocrisy.
It's like hypocrisy, yes, yeah. I don't like the hypocrisy, and I have to be in some way in my works, and it's one of the reasons because I'm thinking about to leave my job or maybe to ask for a gap year and leave it for a while. I don't know, because I really as I say, the hypocrisy is for me is one of the worst things in this world. I like the true. I love to deal with the truth, and I try to. Okay, maybe white lies is okay, but strong lies, I don't like it. Maybe it is one of the things that usually I do every day, and I hate it.
So you like to deal with the truth.
Yes.
Truth instead of true. Truth. You have to pronounce the TH.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
For Javier?
Javier?
Well, yes, if something annoying me, usually, well, it depends of, I think, of the confidence I am with the other person. So, I mean, if it's someone who is my friend and something like that, I try to say to the face that that thing maybe his opinion or something like that is annoying me. But if I know so confidence with these people, well, sometimes I try to yes to avoid it and leave because no go inside the problems. Try to if I someone who I can change, I try to do it. But if not, I try. I don't. It's impossible to change, or I don't know. Maybe the other people too much enough to try to combine them, for example, or to say something in particular about what they are doing. So and also I try to not to be like an obsessive about something. Sometimes you seems to be obsessive. For example, if you are driving or something like that, but usually depend of the confidence of the other people to say to the face what happened, what annoyed me.
Yes. So you try not to be upset. So, hello?
Yes.
Okay. I just got a message on my computer. If I fall out of this classroom, I'll be back in a few minutes, and you guys can continue the conversation. So, so hopefully this is one thing that annoys me if I get kicked out. But it just said something about that. So, okay, but we'll wait. Raul, could you choose a question?
One question about that. Okay. For example, does smoking bother you? Okay, for me it depends on the situation. I don't smoke. I don't smoking. I only maybe when I in one wedding or a special day, maybe I take one or two. But I don't like, for example, here when the prohibition to smoke in bars or in pubs. For me, it's what's one of a good thing, and I really like, for example, to go out and arrive home and don't smell your clothes to smoke. And for me, it's good. But for example, all my friends is smoking or smoking. Bother me maybe depending on the situation, but I allow him, for example, to smoke near me. But for example, here in my home, when they come to visit me, I don't like they smoke at all, and I send them to the terrace or balcony to smoke. And I think it's depend on the situation, but I don't like this smoking. Even when I have a cigarette, because the next day I really upset about that. I don't know. I would like to know if do you really it bothered you that the people smoke near you? For Elena and Javier. Elena, what do you think?
Yes. It was the second question which I want to ask because I don't smoke also, and that really annoys me when someone is smoking just close to me, and I can't stand the smoke. And that's really difficult for me to understand the other opinion of people who are chain smokers. I can say like that. Holly.
Yes.
Chain smoking is when a person smokes all day.
Okay.
They go from one cigarette to another.
If someone, sometimes I couldn't be polite and I can't understand the opinion of smokers because I really believe that they do something wrong for our environment, and they should understand it and they should respect others. That's my opinion. Thank you for your question, Raul.
No, thank you for your answer. For Javier?
Well, yes, I think that yes, for me, generally it is smoking bothers to me, but it's well, it's a habit that is curious because it depending. So if I'm going to dinner out with my friends or with colleagues and they start to drink and smoke, for me it's normal and that don't bothers me. But if, for example, in the morning you are or in a restaurant in half in, the in the to lunch and someone is smoking besides you, or in the morning very early, for example, it bothers me. So well, I try to understand the people who smoke, but sometimes I think that they depending of the grade of also of the respect that they try to show through the people to the people that don't smoke. So yes, I suggest them if it annoyed me, I try to suggest them that please don't smoke.
Yeah.
I have a question for you guys on this. Because before I left Finland, this was a really big issue, and I have no idea if they solved it or what happened. But they were trying to make it a law where people could not, people who are smokers cannot smoke on their balcony if they live
Yeah.
in a block of flats.
On the
Yeah.
balcony?
Yeah, because like say for example, if if my neighbor smokes on his balcony and my window's open, where does the smoke go?
Yeah. To your
Into my
home.
home. Yeah. And so they were trying to make it I don't know what happened actually. I should ask somebody, but they were trying to make it a law where the smokers were not allowed to smoke on their own balcony. I mean, we're all non-smokers and we don't like it to really to be around smoking, but is that fair? What do you think?
That's okay, I believe. That's okay.
It's okay that smokers should be allowed or should not be allowed.
Should not be allowed.
Okay, so you would be for that.
Yeah,
I was a big
I'm for healthy life and
uh,
so on, and that's why I'm strongly against of smoking. No, strongly against of smoke or from smoking.
I'm strongly against smoking.
Strongly against smoking.
Yeah. And Raul, I'm gonna correct your English here.
No, I really.
You wrote my father died for it. Actually,
Yeah,
you'd say
my father died.
my father died of it.
Okay.
My father died of it.
No,
So
I agree with Elena. I think, for example, here in Spain, I can believe, for example, that the government support the tobacco industry. Is something strange because in one hand you have a lot of employees who the tobacco made. On the other hand, always have a restrict politics about tobacco, and it's quite strange. It's difficult. It's like a bilineal way to say that tobacco is really bad. You have to quit the tobacco. On the other hand, you are support. You pay subsidies or supplies to the industry of tobacco. Is quite strange. It's strange. Maybe the people who live from tobacco, I understand that it's difficult to change his mind to make a lot of another vegetables or another kind of job, or maybe make it. But the government, for me, the politics is strange. I don't like it at all.
Yeah. Yes.
okay.
I,
Thank
I
you.
agree with Raul because in Spain, in our country, the law, for example, you can't smoke near of 50 meters near of a school, for example.
Yes.
So people, and then, for example, when I go with my children to play soccer. There is a near a school, and so people go out of the soccer field to
Hmm.
smoke. But near there is a school, so
Mm.
how you have to measure the meters and to where you can smoke or where you cannot. So it's a really absurd situation.
Mm.
And of course the taxes that the government earn with the tobacco is more than half the price. So they, on the other one hand, they promote the tobacco, and on the other hand, they make absurd laws to yes, laws to try to forbid but not forbid. Mm.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. I think that that's probably happening worldwide right now, unfortunately. I mean, I think I don't know if it's changed yet, but I think the only country in the EU that doesn't have smoking sections in restaurants now is Austria. When I was there in 2009, they still had smoking and the non-smoking section in restaurants, and I was very surprised. And so, um, all right, Javier, could you choose a question?
Yes. Well, for example, uh, um, this one about the does what does pet peeve mean, and what's your pet peeve?
Pet peeve. So where is that?
Well, I I, I try
Okay, right here.
yes, I think that is like an item that the when something that disturb you, like any good. Yes, can you listen to me, Hal?
Yes, I
Yeah,
can listen
yeah.
to
So
you.
I mean the pet peeve is which is that? This is something that oh
No, don't
Pet,
worry.
pet peeve. I believe that if pet, a dog or a
yeah.
cat, yeah,
Yes.
uh,
But we can
uh,
think also, maybe we can think also in any kind of something that you have to do, or only animals. I
no,
mean,
I
with the
don't know.
technology.
Maybe just for an animal, for animals. For
I mean,
example, if it's a cat, if it's cat, he can do it meow meow meow.
yeah.
Yeah.
I believe that it's like that. Believe it that does mean. For
But
example, right now I have a cat. She's um, she's just 5 months, and
It's a
she
kitty.
yes,
Yes.
and she likes to do it every time. And she's just like telling with us every time, and she does like meow 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 all the time. And but it's her character, and I can do nothing.
Is that your boss?
No, my kitty.
Who are you talking about?
About
Kitty.
my kitty, you know.
Okay, your kitty. Okay.
We
Yeah,
are
because
speaking. We are speaking about pet peeves.
the pet peeves. Well, actually,
Your
Yeah.
boss.
let me tell you what a pet peeve is. Okay. Now, from what I've been able to understand, a pet peeve for Raoul's pet peeve is hypocrisy. So
Oh.
your pet peeve is a thing about something that annoys you that you have no problem talking about. That is, it's like you get riled up about it. You go like you know,
Yeah.
um, like my mom's husband is a man of few words. He doesn't really talk much. He doesn't have a lot of opinions, but his pet peeve are men that step out on their wives, which men who have affairs with other women.
Oh,
That's
okay.
his pet peeve, and he starts talking about that, and she said that he just gets all riled up, and it's his pet peeve. So Raoul, I think your pet peeve is hypocrisy,
Yes.
and See, and uh,
Yes.
Javier.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
and I think mine is actually liars. I just get really upset when somebody is lying. So,
Yes.
um,
Yeah, yes. In my case, I understand now which is the meaning. I will say also, for example, people who try to feel you guilty every time for everything.
uh-huh. So
Sometimes,
people who try to make you feel guilty. Uh-huh. So that's your pet peeve?
yes, yes. Mainly in the work, people's work. So
Uh-huh.
they try to put out his responsibility and try to put over you.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. And what is your pet peeve, Alina?
Hmm.
Loser.
I agree with you guys that lying could be a
Uh-huh.
pet peeve for me also. And the other thing, I believe that it's ecological situation now.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. That can okay. That could be something that you can talk on and on about and get upset about and so forth.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. I think if, I think another one for me are people that don't listen and people who like right now I'm living in a very, 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 and I mean very right state. Very, very conservative. And after living in Europe for 11 years and coming back here, oh my. There are so many people that want to impeach President Obama. They want to get rid of him. They think he's the worst person, that he's tearing America apart, and he's just a president. He doesn't have that much power. So,
Hmm.
but that's another one of my pet peeves. So, Javier, I can't. Already can't remember. What did you say your pet peeve was?
yes, I mean also people who try not to admit his responsibility and try to feel you guilty. And
That's right. Make you feel guilty. That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'd already wrote that down. For some reason, I just couldn't remember. So I'm glad you saw that, Javier, because it's pet peeve is a good thing to learn from this lesson. So, and I'm sorry I got kicked out. I told you guys I think 5 minutes before that I think I was going to get kicked out. So
Don't worry.
yeah, because it came up and it said, "Do you want me to wait or kill the pages?" And so, and then it left, and I'm like, oh, okay, whatever, we'll see what happens. So,
What happens? And you returns and Elena, meow, meow, meow.
well, you guys were guessing what pet peeve was, so you were talking about your pet, so that's good. Um, but yeah, peeve actually means annoy, and pet is your favorite thing. So, for example, have you guys ever heard the word teacher's pet?
No.
Okay. Teacher's pet is the teacher's favorite student.
Oh, okay.
So
Teacher's
teacher's
pet.
pet.
And it could be boss's pet also.
You
Moses.
Or not.
we haven't ever used that. No, we haven't. I've never heard the boss's pet. Um, I know they've never done that. Only teacher's pet. But
Okay.
but it makes sense that yeah, bosses would have a pet, you know. But
unless you want to suck up their body, their boss.
suck up to the boss.
Maybe if you are you suck up the boss, you are is your favorite pet.
And possibly, possibly. But you actually don't use the pet for that reason. I don't think. I've never heard it, so I don't think you do. Okay. Let's go to another question. See, oh, we're out of time.
Wow.
The last class I had to stop Elena in mid-sentence because it was already
That's
5:01.
okay. That's okay. Don't worry. That's okay.
So this time at least I'm watching the clock. So I hope you guys learned something. At least you learned pet peeve. So, and you
Yeah.
got plenty of practice speaking English. All right, and you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I am now going to go to bed. So I said that the last class like at midnight, and then I decided to stay up. So okay, see you guys later.
See
Bye.
you.
Okay, I
See you
see
all
you.
I
in
Thank
see.
you.
tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye
Have
bye.
a nice day all
Bye.
together.